Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Mr. Prime Real Estate, Ric Davis.
And I'm your host, the Texas Real Estate King, LarryWBrooks.
Every week, the King and I will provide you exclusive access to our network of lenders, investors, and real estate professionals from both the commercial and residential real estate sectors.
Now, are you millionaire minded? Or maybe you're a millionaire in the making. Make sure that you subscribe so you can get connected to the network. And always remember, the Prime Real Estate Network, where millionaires are in the making.
Create wealth for generations.
Real estate agents. Are you ready to take your career to new heights with a brokerage that puts you first? At Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, we offer something no one else does, a powerful money-back guarantee. We believe in our support so much that if you don't close a transaction within 90 days, we'll refund every dollar you've paid to us. And if a year goes by and you still haven't closed, we'll even refund your payments to HAR, MLS, and Supra. Your success is our priority. At Brooks & Davis, you're not just joining a brokerage, you're becoming part of a community that's dedicated to your growth. Whether you're a licensed agent ready to elevate your career, or you're on your way to earning your license, we've got a place for you. Visit the website on the screen today to learn more. Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, your trusted partner in real estate.
What's up, Prime Real Estate Network listeners? It's your man, LarryWBrooks, a.k.a. the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, when you get a moment, go ahead and go over to shoplwb.com. You can see the Pure Hustle merchandise that we had over there, some of our newer items that we have in stock, and of course, I got all the books that I've authored. I'd love for your support. You have a great day.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Prime Real Estate Network live from the Brooks & Davis Education and Training Center here at 2600 South Loop West in Houston, Texas. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Ric. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, you can reach me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this week, and we have a really exciting show planned for you all. For everyone checking us out on the live stream on YouTube and Facebook, get involved in today's show. Leave myself and the Texas Real Estate King a relevant real estate question, and you never know, we may be able to answer your question on today's show. I want to take some time to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, he's a multi-time author, serial entrepreneur, proud proprietor of the Pure Hustle clothing brand, fresh back from celebrating Homecoming 2024 in Nacogdoches, Texas. I'd like to introduce the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. LarryWBrooks. What's going on?
Yo, no doubt about it.
We out here, baby.
We out here. Listen, shout out to, man, everybody that made it out to SFA Homecoming. You know, listen, it was epic for those that didn't make it. So I want to show the appreciation for Black SFA. We celebrated over 60 years. They did, the people in the back scenes did an amazing job, putting together a brunch, putting together a Friday meet and greet, putting together an opportunity to hang out at the tailgate. Man, behind the scenes, they just did so many amazing things to bring so many people back to Nacogdoches. Now, most people might not know, I've been attending Homecoming since 96. And so I have not missed the Homecoming since 96. Now, in between that, I haven't always been able to participate because I was playing football. But legitimately, I've been on that campus since 96, attending homecomings and being a part of what was going on. And just with that being said, that was a great visualization of people coming back, participating. So I can only see it getting bigger and bigger. So again, thank you for Black SFA. Now, also want to give a shout out to the SFA alumni. Man, we brought back the 89 and the 99 championship teams, man, and they rolled out the red/purple carpet in our case, man. It just really showed us love. We had an opportunity to fellowship before the game at the SFA corner. And then after that, we took a chance. We had a chance to go out on the field together, man, and just fellowship, just really reliving the anxiety or the fun anxiety that we had sweating out on that field together, man, and seeing my brothers, out there on the field and just really being able to just talk about like life's journey, talk about things that we've been going through over the last 25 years since we've last played on that field together in the 99 case. So shout out to SFA Alumni Association. Shout out to the SFA football team. Got out there and gave us a big win. Nothing like being at homecoming, being on the field and getting a big win. Shout out to them. Shout out to, man, all of our SFA friends, classmates, people that came back, man. Yeah. Thank you to the noobs and everybody that just stopped and just gave my son was with me at SFA homecoming, man. The ones that just stopped and gave him words of not only encouragement, but just gave him some of the stories of our journeys when we was on campus there, and just talked about his dad a little bit and who his dad was and how his dad now moves is so similar to how he moved when he was in college. So just thank you to everybody that poured out to my son, man, and just, gave him some, talks about our journey, but then just words of encouragement, words of wisdom that they passed along to him, man. Shout out to all those people, man. Now, you pulled into the house too, man. So give us your thought process on homecoming and, what's been going on since then.
No, homecoming was great, man. I want to reiterate everything you said. It was really a proud moment for me to come back. I brought my family with me, had my mom, brought my daughter, brought my baby boy. So I want to give a huge shout out to all my friends who didn't share no stories, because when you got your daughter and your mama with you, you don't want no stories getting shared. So big, huge shout out to the noobs for showing discretion when discretion was needed. So big, huge shout out. And for all those SFA alums who haven't been to homecoming in a while, I want to invite you all out, because the SFA has done a great job since they became a part of the University of Texas system as far as using those added resources to add to the homecoming celebration. It's nothing like you would remember if you haven't been on campus for homecoming in the past few years. Mm-hmm. It's something that I invite you to bring your family out to, bring friends, because I'm sure it's on par to all the other homecoming celebrations that you might have seen on other campuses. So I want to give a huge shout out to the administration at Stephen F. Austin State University, because the homecoming celebration did nothing less than exceed all of our wildest expectations. So big, huge shout out to them, man. So check this out, man. So we back in the city, survived homecoming. It's Thursday. You got your Houston, Texas on. We like to give a huge football shout out every weekend. So go ahead. I know you representing Houston, Texas tonight, Thursday night football. Look here, man. Go ahead, say your thing. Get all the Texas fans excited for tonight.
Come on, man. We doing what we do out here. Now listen, we had a little downer. We heard we losing one of our wide receivers for the rest of the season. But you know what? We locked in, baby. Somebody gonna come off the bench that's ready to be that man, be that guy. So we gonna stand up, man. We're gonna take on the Jets tonight. We gonna stand on business and handle it. So Thursday night football, Houston, Texas is in the building. Tomorrow, we got high school footballers back. Last week we had our school. Manville was off, so we had an off weekend. That's why me and Young L was able to get down to SFA so quick. But tomorrow we got Friday night. We back in, baby. We trying to get locked in. It's time to get to that journey of the playoffs. And so you got to win to get there. You win, you get in. So we excited about it.
No, man, I appreciate you for sharing that information, man, because it's kind of cool. Because you talked a little bit about going to SFA for the reunion. You were able to link and interact with some old teammates and all that good stuff, which just gives me a cool segue for you to introduce this week's guest. She is one of the most creative and dynamic real estate professionals we've had the opportunity to interview. And not only that, she is also a former collegiate athlete, which for people like me and yourself, we see a lot of similar strings that come across when we find entrepreneurs that are former athletes. So for the members of our audience, could you just share a little bit about this week's guest, how you were able to get her commitment to sit in with us, and a little bit of her background working with the Texas Real Estate King?
Well, the thing is I love the way you said real estate professional, because that goes that goes in a lot of different business models, right? Yes. And so she's seen that area of real estate. There's probably no area of real estate that she's never touched on. And so just when we able to pick her brain a little bit, find out how her journey has been into it, I'm excited about it, man. I've known her many, many years. I can't even point out at least 15 plus years, probably going into our 20th year. But the one thing about this real estate journey, man, is just that you have an idea of watching your friends succeed and success levels that they've hit. And her and I have had an opportunity to see that, had an opportunity to share visions, pour into each other from time to time as this real estate activities have taken place, man. So I'm excited to have her here. Was it hard to get on here? Yeah, she's busy. Like, you know, I think I've been hunting her down about 2 years. I think about it. I think I've been hunting. No, how long we been doing this show?
Hey man,
we've been doing it
about
about 5 years.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get on this show for 5 years, Ric D.
Well, look, we can't waste no more time, man. Let me introduce this week's guest. She is not only a highly successful real estate broker, highly successful real estate developer, dynamic speaker, sales trainer, but she's also queen of the crossover. I want to introduce this week to the Prime Real Estate Network artist and thank her for sitting in, Miss Kim Dixon Dudley. How are you?
Hey, I like that intro. I'm gonna crossover.
No, but see, I have to ask you this question first, Kim. First, I want to give you a chance to introduce yourself, talk a little bit about your real estate journey. But how many people gonna see this interview that had no idea about your athletic background? Like, how many of your personal secrets are we exposing today?
I don't know about that, Rick. I don't know.
So
We'll see.
So tell us a little. So yeah, give us a little bit of who. For those in the audience that have not had an opportunity to be exposed to you, Kim. Who are you?
Who am I? I mean, you know what? Listen, I'm so thrilled. You said you've been trying to get me on this show, and Larry, you could call me anytime and we connect. He's kidding. So I'm just honored to have the opportunity to sit in with y'all. The energy, the vibe, just the synergy here is making me want to go out and do some amazing things right now. So thank you for having me. I appreciate you sharing the Prime Real Estate Network platform with me. Who am I? I'm Kim Dixon Dudley. I'm a real estate broker and developer, and I own Kimberly Lane Properties. I've had the pleasure and the privilege of serving my native Houstonian in this real estate space for over 18 years now. So yeah, it's been a journey that I'm thrilled to share and excited to talk about. It's especially personal for me to be able to develop in the city of Houston because this is home and I get to see the landscape of where I came from. And I get to be a part of transforming that landscape. So it's cool. It's a cool journey. And I thank you all for allowing me to share it.
That's what's up.
No, I appreciate you. See now, Kim, the great part about having native Houstonians like yourself on the platform is that we give an opportunity to reach out to all those segments of the city that we don't always have opportunity. So what high school did you go to? Where did you graduate? What area of town is standing up and saluting one of their native daughters and sisters right now?
Well, let me just rewind that because I wanted to talk about this homecoming. Celebration.
Yeah.
Let's get it going.
So I graduated from Madison High School. I'm a former Marlin. Shout out to Marlins. Hiram Clark.
AC.
And I'm also an alumni of the Texas Southern University. I was the 2 guard for the Lady Tigers basketball team from 1990 something through 90 something. But that's the queen of the crossover. They actually called me a pure shooter. I didn't say it. The people said it.
Yeah.
That's what the people said.
Hey man, the streets don't lie. The streets don't lie. Now I gotta ask you this, Kim, because that's a real interesting background, and I appreciate you for sharing. As a Madison Marlin, how easy or challenging was that transition to TSU, considering that you were a local star, decided to stay here and educate yourself locally? Was it more pressure, less pressure? Was it more relaxing or more anxiety ridden, having everybody from the neighborhood still having an eye on you that close?
It was exciting. It was exciting because it's home. You know, you get to perform in front of hometown audiences and there's support, built-in support. People know and they love you. They've been supporting you for years. Yeah. So it was a really cool transition. Sometimes I wish I would have gone away, but I wouldn't trade my experience at an HBCU, especially the Texas Southern University, for anything in the world. It was amazing, honestly.
You know, it's so funny that you mentioned, being here in Houston. I remember the days that we could go out and if you met someone, you would ask them, what high school you went to? Because it was none foreign to just know that you were from the city or you from
right.
Now it has changed so much. You be like, I'm from Cleveland. I'm from, all these different places. I'm like, huh? Like,
you rarely meet us.
Right. Yeah. No, Kim, that's why when you said you was a native Houstonian, we had to let you get that Madison shout out. Because the great thing about having this platform with Larry is that he's a Jones Falcon. I'm a proud Eisenhower Eagle. Okay. And there's so many alumni of our high schools that check us out, see us on YouTube, see us on Facebook. And if there were any Madison Marlins that recognized Kim on the show, we definitely wanted to give you a chance to wave that flag.
Hey.
No, and this is one of the cool things, and it's really interesting because the great thing about being TSU alumni is that you guys are such a tight-knit group. So how has being a TSU Tiger, attending those homecoming celebrations help you to build your real estate practice? How often are you able to network with fellow alumni? And how has that helped you from a professional standpoint, being not only homegrown, but being somebody who's invested in your hometown?
Yeah, so I lived maybe 2 minutes from everybody that was on my team from 94 through 99. So one, we kind of stayed locally. We support each other. I sell them homes. We sell and buy land together. Right. So that's an organic relationship, and I'm always the first person they refer. Yeah. It's not a relationship that's forced. It's history. And so that's been a special part of my business. But I've also had an opportunity to go back to TSU and mentor some of the young women on the basketball team and really give them an eye into what entrepreneurship looks like. Like, touch me, a tangible touch. This is what success looks like, and you have access to it. You don't have to go Google it, YouTube it, find it on the internet somewhere. So that was important for me to be able to have that opportunity. Shout out to Kevin Granger, athletic director at Texas Southern University. I played with Kevin. He extended the opportunity for me to do that. And I was really thrilled and just honored to be able to continue like going back and giving to the school and the community that gave so much to me.
That's what's up. So Kim, so we know that you that things have just been growing a lot here in the city of Houston. You got a lot of special projects that you're working on right now. Give us some insight on what's your baby? What's in your incubator right now that you really enjoy when it comes to the real estate and having more people search what you got going on? What are you working on right now?
Oh man, so much. There's so much. So I have some personal projects that are getting ready to hit the ground. I've got 6 duplexes that are coming out. They'll start tomorrow, November the 1st, in the Sunnyside area. And I'm really thrilled about it because it looks like nothing you ever saw. I mean, it does not look like the cookie cutter side-by-side duplex. It's got character. It enhances the landscape of the Sunnyside community. And so I'm excited for people to see that. So stay tuned for that drip on my social media, Kim Dixon Dudley. And then I partner with and consult with a community development corporation. And that's been a special project and opportunity and experience too, because they are mission and profit driven. So we get the opportunity to build affordable homes. Like right now, I've got 9 affordable homes that are under $280,000. Wow. New in the city, 10 minutes from downtown.
Wow.
In-home generators as a standard feature in each of those homes. So those are the kind of forward-thinking ideas I've gotten an opportunity to collaborate with them on. And we put those features in their homes and I put those features in my home. So it's been cool to collaborate independently with my team and to bring in this CDC, the Community Development Corporation's history and their processes. But the affordable home and the duplexes are hot on the streets right now.
It is. It's a thing that's taken over. You kind of can see, especially as you go through that South Park, Sunnyside area. I even travel down Scott quite often. Yeah. And they even have an area that has always just looked at wooded that they're getting ready to make more of I think it's more of a park setting. I can't
let me give you the inside.
Yeah, give me the inside on that. Please, I don't see it. So what is going on?
So I actually am a director on the management district for Sunnyside. Okay. So the management district and the TERS, the tax increment zones, marry to create enhanced landscape. So that whole median is about to be remodeled with lighting and landscaping, better streets. And so, I mean, that's in process right now. So that's what you're probably seeing in all the major corridors. So Airport, Reed, Scott, you'll see those beautification projects happening. It enhances property values for everybody, new construction and existing residents.
Yeah, that is so wild to me because, again, I've driven past it for many years. I'm from the South Park area, so I see Sunnyside quite often because I live out in the Pearland area now. So, every now and then I'll exit the freeway quicker that way. But just seeing that development is just really exciting. I was even reading earlier that the city of Houston, as we get ready for the soccer thing taking place in the next 2 years or so, that they're remodeling the down that Main Street area where they're going to have it more walkable in that area. So it's just, the city is doing some big things. And I just, again, shout out to that Sunnyside area. I just love to see the growth being someone that's close to that community.
Yeah.
And then Kim, I want to ask you, because you're pulling the curtain back on some things, that there are so many members of our audience that are like Larry, that drive down Scott Street, that are familiar with Sunnyside and may see these developments but have no idea on how they could even remotely get involved as an individual. So if you were an individual real estate investor or someone who wanted to figure out a way to get involved in the city of Houston to create that generational wealth for your family, what would your advice be as far as someone behind the scenes, in the know, Kim, to talk to those rank and file members of the South Side of Houston, Texas community as far as how to get involved?
You know, what I will share is that these are public meetings. When we have our meetings, you can walk in as a member of the public and get all this information. It's not something that's being held close to our chest. So I would go on to the Civic Association's website, go to the Management District's website, you know, find out when our meetings are scheduled and just sit in. And then you can see and hear that information firsthand for yourself. So if you hear, hey, there's a beautification project going on down West Belford. Oh, I might own property on West Belford. I might know someone who owns property in West Belford. I know these things are coming. So that's really been a part of my real estate investment strategy too. Early on, I would go to the City Planning Commission. I would attend their meetings. What type of infrastructure is being installed around? Where are they doing the bayou rebeautifications? Because that adds value to a community that I can't add just with a house, right?
Right.
But once I put the house there and now the city has already improved the infrastructure, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, just like in Third Ward, Riverside Terrace, that whole area, before that, the HEB was in place, we had scouted the area, took down some land, and I promise you, I could not afford this land over here anymore. Yeah. It is just ridiculous. But it's those type of infrastructure projects that impact you beyond what your own resources can do.
Yeah, because they were talking about that way back in like 2006. That's how long some of these things, these journeys take. I even remember, because I went through this program called Leadership Houston. And when I was going through Leadership Houston, that's how I kind of heard about the tourists and all of that stuff. Like, I didn't even know those things kind of existed until you went through that program and you got the insight. And I'm like, wow, okay, so that's how you can kind of keep up with the progress of the city everywhere around in Harris County and all of that.
And it's your tax dollars.
That's right.
So you should want to be involved and want to know.
That's right. Kim, the ones that you're going to be, the duplexes that you're developing, are those going to be leased properties or for sale? Or how are you going to be doing that when it comes to your personal portfolio?
For sale. My passion is to sell.
Yeah.
My passion is to sell and to make it affordable and accessible for people. So we're priced at $540 for 2 units or $275 a piece. Okay. So my goal is, the average median home, Larry, Rick, y'all know this.
Yeah.
$400,000 in Houston. That's most average Houstonians can't afford that. So we're trying to create a space where we can do, and you can buy one half, or you can buy both and live on one side. That's the house hack, right?
The house hack. Yep.
Yeah. So
that's another way that people can get involved too, right? Like that's another way to get in, or to, start to get some real estate under your belt, especially with that house hack process. So that's becoming been very popular over the last 3 years. So yeah.
And Larry, you have a lending license, or had a lending license.
I had one. I did. And then I got rid of it.
So you got rid of that. Yeah. But the money is what drives everything. And now the lenders there are so many loan programs where you can get in on an FHA loan with a duplex. You can get in with zero down and purchase a duplex, live on one side, invest and rent out the other side. So there's so much access. I would encourage people to reach out to one of us. There's so much access to financing to acquire these properties. That's really what drove me to want to put that type of duplex in that community.
No, perfect. I want to thank you so much, Kim, because not only have you done a great job of being transparent as far as your why, your story, talk a little bit about your evolution as a businesswoman and entrepreneur, but I want to ask you, for those members of our audience that have just totally been taken by your energy and would love to interact and talk to you about not only their real estate career, but also real estate investing and generational wealth, how, when, and where can members of our audience meet, greet, and interact with Ms. Kim Dixon Dudley?
So I mentioned the Community Development Corporation. I have 8 units downtown in 3rd Ward, Edo, that we are hosting open houses for every Tuesday and Thursday from 1 to 4 p.m. and every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. So if you are interested in connecting with me, I'm typically there on one of those days. Pop by, check us out. The address is 2203 Berry Street, Houston, Texas, 77003.
Absolutely. And Kim, please share all your contact information, social media handles, and websites so that we can all like, subscribe, share, and make sure we become a part of your movement.
So Kim Dixon Dudley on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Kim Dixon Dudley.
And no, thank you so much, Kim, man. It's been great having you. This is something that Larry and I have been looking forward to ever since you were able to commit to sitting in with us. I had great hopes that this would be one of the most educational and inspirational interviews that we've had the honor of being able to put out here on our platform. So thank you so much, man. And if you ever would like to sit in with Larry and myself again, you know you have a seat with us anytime.
And before we let you go, Kim, is there anything else you would like to leave the audience with?
Absolutely.
You know what? Everybody seems to want to get into the development space. Development is the key hot word right now.
It's been the hot word, yep.
It's the hot word. But I tell everybody who asks me, like, find what you love in real estate and lean into it so hard that it loves you back.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done in development. But there's all kinds of avenues: land acquisition, buyer's agent, leasing agent, selling agent. You know, just because somebody else is living in their lane doesn't mean it's yours. Find what you love and lean into it.
Thank you for those jewels. Those are great jewels. That's what they need to do. That part right there.
That part.
Thank you, KIM. I appreciate you.
Hey, Brooks, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for having me.
I know. You know, we always got love for the home team. Appreciate you, Queen.
All right. See you next time.
Yes, absolutely. No doubt about it. That's what I'm talking about, man. And look, what you doing trying to bring out your matching cup, man? Looks like you show your cup off, man. Bring your cup out here, brother. That's what I'm talking about, man.
This is what
hey, look, if you don't have your Prime Real Estate Rockstar cup, man, make sure you go to the merch store on our YouTube channel, man, and get that cup in your life.
No doubt.
Hey, Larry, man, look, man, that was a great interview, my guy.
Was, man.
Hey, man, we've been looking forward to having Kim on the show for a while, man. What kind of things about Kim's professional development were you made aware of for the first time, considering how long you guys have had a professional relationship?
Yeah, man, I think that, again, it's amazing the things that she's doing. I've had an opportunity to just watch her journey, everything from new home sales to, you know, leading her own brokerage firm that's doing amazing, to now being inside of the development space, man. So it's really just those opportunities of growth, right? We talk about growth and what it looks like in real estate, and these are the stages that you go to. And the gem that she left everybody with at the end about finding your lane is important, because everybody wants to do everything. Somebody want to be a real estate coach. Somebody want to be a developer. And they switch up what they want to be on a monthly basis. Come on, find your lane, then pour into it, and it's going to pour back into you. So I love the way that she left that gem for everybody right there at the end, man. And that's kind of how we're looking at it. You know, right now, even at Brooks and Davis, some of the things we're doing, we're trying to help these realtors to find their lane, find their excitement, man. So like one of the things that when we go out to champions that we're always speaking on is like, listen, we are here to help you find your lane in real estate that's going to allow you to be successful. We have a guarantee that's going to allow you to be successful. So definitely for those that are out there, you may be a top producing agent and you're not feeling appreciated right now. We have space on the Brooks and Davis team right now. We're bringing on. We do lead generating with you and for you. And so if you're looking for another aspect of the business, something that you may not have ever explored, meaning being on a team, come rock with us. Let's go.
Oh, no, man, that's some of the realest game down south. I appreciate you for sharing, and Kim as well. You know, man, it's a really exciting weekend coming up in the city, brother. So what's going on this weekend in the world of the Texas Real Estate King? Where can you be seen, interacted, and met with?
Good question, man. I am going to be good question. I'm going to be hiding out somewhere watching these Texans win. So just watching my stories, or like most people say, man, tune in on my Instagram at Texas Real Estate King. But definitely make sure that you like and subscribe and share this episode with people. You know, I think in the near future, we're going to start doing some weekly raffles when it comes to people liking and subscribing and sharing and making comments in the comments. So if there's something that you heard that resonated with you or you excited about, leave that in the comment section. But definitely like and subscribe and share this video with other people. Again, we've been consistently doing this thing for many, many years, and we want to continue to watch the platform grow. So we ask that you that are following us, you that are in the background, we're going to take a look at our analytics, and we're going to run some of them numbers by y'all come next week or two. So that's something that me and Rick have been working on. So we appreciate you again. And again, like, subscribe, and please share the episodes.
And like, look, man, and if you really want to meet Mr. Larry Brooks in person, man, just show up to the Manville football game on Friday and look for the dude on the first row hanging over the rail screaming at people. And then you'll be able to meet the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, but look, on behalf of Mr. Larry W. Brooks and myself, Ric Davis, we want to thank Ms. Kim Dixon Dudley for sitting in with us this week. And we want to thank everyone in the audience for tuning in. If you need us in the meantime, in between time, text, call, email, direct message is all you need to interact. And until next Thursday, when it's time for Prime Real Estate Network Live, everyone in the audience, please be safe and be blessed.
Bless.